Hey, how are you? Happy Tuesday. And tonight I'm just a little frustrated. I'm a little out of it. I've been sick. I'm doing better now, but it's still like, I gotta love it when my customer, who's my mother, has to call with about something that's not even urgent. And because I'm busy, has to call me like so many bloody times because I'm busy because I couldn't answer the phone right away. Anyways, it is what it is. Frustrating as heck. So how's everyone? I got stuck in my nails. Sorry guys. I didn't wash my hands very well. Anyway. So gotta love a phone call where the person nitpicks about my cards. It's like, yay, I'm getting complaints about my cards. I'm like, ah. Anyway, because hey Elaine, so a card I made for her, my mother, earlier in the year, because she doesn't want mushy in the inside and all that. So I just put in the inside, happy birthday. Apparently that's not good enough. I'm like, really? Oh well, that sucks. So I'm a little frustrated, but I will survive. So she's insistent on she has to have two. Oh hey Jennifer, she has to have. My mother has to have two of the Christmas cards this weekend. Why this weekend? I have no idea. So here's the two. Elaine, you see the birdie? Look how cute it is. Looks good, looks good. So tonight's quest is doing the inside of the cards because she apparently can't wait, and I gotta do the back of the cards too. So because this is a more of a customer type order, now what I do is I use this used white cardstock, but I'm gonna put another white pan on the inside. It'll help thicken this up a little better. And these are custom sizes, by the way. So let me find my paper trimmer. So let's get two panels cut here. Ooh, I'm good. Sneeze. Oh, that was a good sneeze. Whew. And more apparently. So yeah, I'm just a little frustrated tonight. People who unrealistic expectations and that, and it's like, oh, this is why I don't usually do custom orders. I do for some people, but it's like I'm realizing, why am I doing it for this person? I don't know. It's family, I guess. All right, so the size of my card, which I just realized my laptop's totally in the way, but that's okay because I moved it over the weekend. So 4 3/4, maybe. 4 3/4. Come on, kitty. Line up properly. One slit. 4 3/4 again. There we go. By 6 3/4. And that's the size I'm going for this. So that's 1, 2, because her cards are 7 by 5, because it has to be bigger size. It cannot be the 4.5, no, 4 1/4 by 5.5. Oh well. Anyway, you can tell I'm a little frustrated tonight. Anyway, it's all good. Why I still do these cards is it goes through the family. So to me, it's good advertising. That's the only real plus I get out of it. I think I used real red on these two. I can't remember, but we're going to go with it. Super pretty, eh? And actually, this wreath is made out of the Sunshine Vibes dies over and over and over again. Way too many times. So yes, I think I kind of went a little too chaotic on these cards, but it's still really, really pretty. Alright, so the stamp I'm using, I don't actually know where it came from. I don't know if I bought it or Elaine gave it. It doesn't matter. But it's good enough for this because when it comes to Christmas cards, this motherly customer needs it to say Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Has to have that phrase together combined. So that's what this is. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. There we go. And of course, when it comes to what they want in the inside of the cards, they don't want mushy. In my mind, mushy is almost anything. Apparently, not for them. And it's like, oh. So I'm just going to get my sponges solid from a couple days ago because I haven't crafted in a little while. I didn't craft yesterday. I was under the weather yesterday. Hence why I wasn't even here last night. I was like, there's just no way, no how. I didn't even park my truck. I was like, there's just no way. I came home, ate, went to bed, and then sicker than sick. So I'm doing better tonight. hopefully a better day tomorrow overall. I can get through the day, get back to normalcy, get back on track of everything. Alrighty, so I was gonna wipe my hand on my pants because I got wet now, so I don't get the paper wet. You love my mat here? Oh, thanks, Jennifer. I'm okay now. I'm doing better now. It's just one of those temporary flu bug things, I think it was, and I had it. My spouse had it, so it was like, oh. Anyway, it is done. We're moving forward. Doing a lot better. I took the day off to try to recoup and rest. Alright, let me stamp this up. And of course, to boot, this morning at 4 a.m., we woke up to construction right behind our house. Gotta love that, eh? So there we go. This is not a Stampin' Up! Stamp. You can definitely tell the quality is not there. Oh, I got something on my teeth. Sorry, guys. And then, there we go. So I'm going to go with it. Because this is as good as we're going to get for a decent stamp with the phrase that she wants. There we go. And if she doesn't like it, she can make her own cards. And knowing her, she'll just go to the store and buy cards. She is not a crafter. I guess it's one of these, she thinks she's doing me a favor. I think I'm doing her a favor. Not really. It's just more of a, hey, she wants to purchase cards for me. That's fine. But this is what I do. And yes, I could have took a couple other Stampin' Up! Stamps and combined. I've done that before. But I was like, you know what? I'm just in the mood for, this is good enough for tonight. We're going with this tonight. To finish off 2 of the cards. Hey, Donna. Hey, everyone. Alright, so then I also gotta do the back of the 2 Christmas cards. I'll show them all in a moment. Oh, this is shifted around a little. Okay, I haven't used this in a little while. So this is what I use for my angel policy. Because as no matter if you're a Stampin' Up! Demo or customer or anybody, if you're using Stampin' Up! Products and if you're gonna sell, okay, this is totally falling apart. I haven't used this in a while. This is a really tiny Stampin' Up! Name. If you ever have trouble with your stamps not sticking to the blocks, the semi-clear, not clear anymore, but they were clear, just clean them on the backside. And it should work. Of course, now I got the sniffles because I was sneezing. So I'm just going to put this back the way it was because it must have got bumped around. And it's still not right. Alright, let me try it the other way. Because I've had these 2 stamps stuck together for years. There we go. And I use a block that's a permanent block just for this reason. So this will go in the back cards. Love what you do, Stampin' Up! So with that Stampin' Up! Logo name on your cards, you can actually sell your cards no matter who you are, as long if it's a Stampin' Up! Product that you're using. So we're gonna go with that. Yeah, sniffle time when I sneezed. Alright, so I'm going to use Real Red again. That way the colors are consistent throughout this whole thing. There we go. And I'm going to put that aside for the moment. Do the second card. Elaine, I know. You know what? I'll share something in a moment about that, Elaine. And we'll talk privately online. Give me a sec. Let me stamp this on, then I'll address that partially to everyone. Because it's an interesting topic. There we go. So the back of the cards are done. Alright, let me read the rest of this. I have to open up on my phone. I forgot to give you Christmas paper for the bags. Would you have time to make 10 for me if you give me the paper to assemble for me next time we meet? Yes, I can, Elaine. So, for example, I made this one on the weekends. That will be a video release at some time in the coming weeks that I made this in the trailer. But isn't that pretty for the totes? So, Elaine, I've been using a paper planner. Planner, binder. I'm not going to open it because there's a whole bunch of information. And there's my bookmarks and that. So, I have a page in one of my binders here. It's not this one, it's the other one. that has notes on Elaine, what you've asked about before for making for Christmas. So yes, I've been meaning to. I should ask her about that. Does she still want all these things? So yeah, we'll talk offline about that. So there we go. Da, 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 da. And I got the sniffle. Sorry. All right, so there we go. And I'm just. Oh fudge! Look what happened. I got it wet. There must be some water in the. Yeah, there's water on the table. That's why. Shoot! I got that wet. Okay. Well, what do you do when you accidentally wet your cardstock? I'm gonna try something here. Now, are the cards okay? Let me double check. Shoot. Okay, that one's okay. Let me double check. It's like, oh crap. That one's okay. Yeah, I got the table right there. You can see it's wet. Okay. Let me try something here. So what do you have? So what do you do when you have a piece of cardstock that you want to use and you accidentally got it wet? Well, I don't really let it dry, obviously. And then because I want to finish these cards, because this person who's buying them for me is up my butt about them, which is super annoying. I want to see if I can dry it with the heat tool. Let's find out. Be careful I don't make more of a mess of it. Okay. That did help it along to dry it. It made a little bit of a kink in it, but that's okay. So, we'll just give that a good couple of minutes to settle. Now, it has a little bit of a, not quite frayed edge, but it's got like a little bit of a bumpy edge. I have an idea for that. So let's resolve that in a moment. Give that a moment to just settle because it's nice and so super hot. So take the cards. I'll do this one first. Take the good one. Avoid that wet spot on the table. Take my Seal Plus, which is right in front of me. I'll just move that over a little more. And I usually do the four corners in the middle of a piece, like that. When I don't accidentally have wet the cardstock. And then because this is a 1/4 inch less, it goes on nicely. Or it should anyway. There we go. Just kind of makes it nice. Now, I could also do some designer series paper on the inside, but I'm going to skip that. Alright, so this card is done. I love the bird, Elaine. And I even heat embossed the bird with the black powder to start, which turned out really nice and colored in lightly. Alright, so this problem piece. Because it looks a little wonky on here, what I can do is trim it a little. And it should work. So first the step is dry it, which we did. So I'm just going to go, I don't even know what size less. I'm just going to go like a little tiny hair less. And that looks better. But I'm going to go one more little notch on the board. I don't know the measurement, but really just go a little smaller. And now you can barely, now I can see there's barely anything there. So that's a trick that you can do. And then because I did it on one side, do it on the other side. Same kind of thing. Just trim it a little less. And then when it goes inside the card, it'll just be a little slightly smaller than what it is. So for example, boom. There we go. And it still works. That's the trick on what you do when you get a little edge of your cardstock a little wet. Get it dry. If you're in a rush, use the heat tool. And then just trim off what's kind of not working for you. So I'm just going to put the adhesive on here. Same thing, the middle and the four corners. And then because that side was a little wonky, I'm just going to put an extra adhesive along that side. That way it should really stick to my main card base really well. And hopefully not have any issues. There we go. That way, no one's ever going to know, except only us watching this video, that this card had I got a little bit of adhesive sticking in here, had a little bit of a flaw right here. We'll never know, and whoever receives it is really not even going to know. Alright, so there we go. So, her 2 cards are done. I wasn't ready to finish them yet, but that's what she wants. And then, yeah, so here we go. Now, the very last step that I do... Okay, apparently my watch is telling me I got my move goal today. Yay! Not bad for a sick kitty. So what I do is on the flip side, I have to love what you do. A long time ago, I pre-printed label stickers that has all my information. Or not all my information, but the relevant information. Of course, the Paper Pumpkin link is no longer valid, but who cares? I have sheets of these stickers, so we're using them. I was double checking. How many sheets of these stickers do I have? I don't know. Hold on, I gotta get like a little Kleenex or paper towel here, because my sinuses are suddenly being issues. Sorry about that. This is really bugging me. Gotta love when you have sinus issues. Let's see. Good question. How many stickers do those have? Because, yeah, I really need to print some new ones. Plus, I have other things in here, too, apparently. Let me do a quick peek-see. Because I keep them nearby. I keep the puzzle card challenge stuff nearby. Information on Canada Post stuff. I got my business card template layout for cutting and that. I've got a couple. Oh, I got a letter in here. Oh. I found a blast from the past. We're not getting to that right now. A couple other things in here apparently. Oh, I got some grid paper. Here's the part where I tangent. I've been meaning to dig in here. Anyway, I found what I'm looking for. Let me put this back. So there's more of my stickers. I do need to run new ones, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to use up the old ones. And actually, how many I got? 1, 2, 3, 4. I got over 4 sheets. Oh, well. And actually, Stampin' Up! For us demos launched a new thing. Launched the ability to make a QR code. I'm like, hey, that's cool. I'm going to have to look into that. So I will look into that later date and time. But in the meantime, I still have these good stickers. I'm still going to use them. Oops. They're just file folder type stickers. And if I remember, I put them on the back of the cards. If I remember. Like so. Oh, my camera's got a bit of a tilt to it. And there we go. And I do have envelopes for these cards because they are 5x7. They're just tucked away somewhere. I'm not digging at them right now. And there we go. So there's the cards. So how I did this was a piece of designer series paper. These sheets are unknown source. I die cut a round circle. And then of white cardstock. Stamped Joy and Cheer from a stamp set. I'm not sure which one it is right now. But it's a Stampin' Up! One. I know that's for sure. And then with the Sunshine Vibes dies, cut that leafy piece. It's like it's essentially to do the circle all the way around is 4 pieces. Yes, I can do my own QR code on Canva, Donna, but now Stampin' Up! Is allowing demos to do our QR codes. So I'll have to look into that feature just to see how it works. And then, yeah, so I did a bunch of these pieces, essentially 16 times. 8 and 8, 8 red, 8 green, which is way too extensive. And then the birdie is Wintry Treetops, which is a really nice stamp set that I borrowed. And I heat embossed the birdie with the black powder, colored in with our pencils. And I just add bling, bling, bling. Can't really see it well on this one, but this one you can. Bling, bling, bling. And there we go. So and I use dimensionals to put the designer series paper on these. And yeah, so I still have to make 4 more of these cards. I'm going to continue with the same type of layout. That way it's all consistent. And that, because each year when I do her custom cards, I kind of do the same kind of thing. I don't do too much different. So last year was one style, this is this year's style, and I'm just going to do the same thing. Alrighty, thanks for watching everyone. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.